all my brothers and sisters doing? I hope everybody is doing good tonight. That is my prayer to everybody. For those who not doing well, as always, I'm going to continue to pray that God heal you, give you a speedy recovery, or just make you as comfortable as possible, whatever it is that you got going on, in the name of Jesus. Y'all see the title. Y'all see my title. This is going to be a part 1, because this is something very serious. Very serious. So if you all going to miss this, you're going to have to look at the replay, because I'm going to discuss this very important topic. Why some people don't love themselves, some people don't know how to love themselves, and some people just never been loved. So how could they show love if they never received love? A lot of people never receive love, so they don't know what love is. Hi, hello. It's all good. How you doing? How are you? I hope all is well. I just got off work like an hour, about 2 hours, about an hour and a half ago. And so I just wanted to talk about this important topic about people loving themselves and not knowing how to love themselves. There's so many ways you can say this about people not loving themselves. And unfortunately, a lot of people never receive love from the people who were supposed to show them love. Their parents, their grandmother, their brother and sister. Some people was not shown love at a young age. And so that's why I just want to talk to some people about this. And if you are that person who never received that love, my heart go out to you. Especially if you was a child who endured not being loved. My heart go to you all. But like I said, this is going to be a part 1. Faye Smith had said, hello, everyone. It's all good. Say, it is well. How are you doing this blessed evening? I'm doing fine. It's just that I want to talk about people not loving themselves, because a lot of people talk to me outside of this YouTube. A lot of people feel comfortable enough to talk to me about some things, and I listen. You know, I let them vent, I let them talk, I let them do what they have to do to get it out. And it's a lot, and it's not family. These people come up to me and start talking about some things, and my heart goes out to them. My heart goes out to them when they tell me this. And I put this on everything I love. My Bible's sitting right here, but I don't have to do that. But I'm telling you, I have no reason to lie. And if this person would one day come on here and talk about it, they would. Because one day she just was talking to me, just talking, and I ain't gonna say her name, and she was like, how her mom treat her differently than her other siblings, and the stories that she was telling me, how her mama whoop her, and all her brothers have to do is tell on her and lie, and her mama believe what they say. And I'm like, without you saying something, that she said, girl, she'll believe whatever my brothers and sisters say, and they tell her, I'm gonna make you get a whooping. And her mom will whoop her without getting her side of the story. And till this day, as a grown woman, her mother relationship is not good. No hugs, no I love you. And this girl is a grown woman now. And that's just heartbreaking. And I see a lot of different things, how different ways that people said they wasn't loved by their parent. I couldn't imagine it. That's why I say my heart really, truly go out to people in the world. It really does. You know, and how my family was so close. And to know that some people's family is so distant. And they never told their child, I love you. And it just, like I say, I be by myself a lot. And so I don't run into a lot of people. Excuse me. I don't run into a lot of people, you know, so I don't hear all this stuff that this young lady was telling me. And it just break my heart, you know, when she just telling me that she the kid, her kids don't go over their grandmother's house that much, and her grandkids really don't even care for the grandma. I can't picture that. I cannot imagine somebody not getting along with their mother's mom, their grandma. And so that's why I tell y'all, when in the beginning of my videos, when I say something like pray for people, don't think that I'm just saying that. I know some people get tired of hearing it, but I have to say it because a lot of people in this world is going through stuff that we don't even know. And if you are, like I say, if you are that person who wasn't loved, was shown love by your parents, and my heart go to you. And for you all who was shown love, you got to just pray for those other people. That is why I'm doing my YouTube channel, because I want to speak on some things that need to change. Some things need to change. We have to pray. We really do have to pray for the mothers and fathers who didn't know how to show love, because I'm guarantee you something was going on in their past that caused them not to love on their children. And I believe every child need that hug, that kiss. Every child. And like years ago, they had a study on two dogs. Two dogs was in a cage, in different cages. And different, I don't know where it was, but it was two dogs in different cages. And one dog was show love, a lot of love, and one dog just was giving food, water, and that was it. That dog almost died. They did a study to where that dog almost died because it was not shown any love by the other people. And the other dog was just jumping around, happy to see the other owners. And so if they did a study on a dog like that, imagine how a child would feel if they never got that compassion, that love, that hug from somebody who gave birth to them. Imagine how that child feel when they just walk in the house, the mom just give them food to eat, make sure the bills is paid, but never give their child a kiss, a hug, compliments. So like I say, sometimes I read a lot into stuff, but that's just how my heart is. My heart is like, let me just say how people say I wear my feelings on my sleeves. I do. My heart go out to a human being. My heart goes out to a human being. When I see somebody crying upset, I go up to them. I don't care if it's a stranger. I go up there and I say, are you okay? And they just say, yeah, I'm just going through a little something. I try to make somebody day. I try to make somebody feel better. Even when I had slowed up doing it, but even when I used to give the homeless people Hygienes in a bag, I used to get soap, a rag, toothbrush, a toothpaste, combs, deodorant, and it was something else in that bag I used to give them. I can't think. I used to give them, go to Dollar Tree, and I used to just buy a whole bunch of dollars. That's when it was $1. Buy all that stuff, and I used to get about 10 bags. And me and Jabbar, Quincy would ride. He's like, Mom, can I get that homeless person a bag? I say, yeah. He'll get in the man to say thank you, out of woman, whatever. And they'd be so thankful to get that hygiene bag, because I've been on the city bus. When I used to ride the city bus back in the day before I had my car, when my car had broke down, and it's a man, he was homeless. He got on that bus. And the smell that I smell coming from that man, it stunk up that whole bus. And I was like, this man sat behind me. And I was like this the whole time. And I was not trying to be funny. It was a long ride that I had to go to. And he was going close to that area. So I'm like this the whole time and try not to let him see me do that. But he stunk up that whole bus. And so I said, you know what? When I start getting some money, I'm finna start doing something for these homeless people so they can bathe. And that packet that I gave them, they could have went to a gas station. They could have went somewhere and used that rag. I put the soap and the washcloth in a plastic bag so they could reuse that washcloth in that soap. Because people I don't know what people go through to cause them to be homeless. Something had to happen, either mentally, or they was living check by check, lost their job, and lost their home. So it's reasons that people is homeless. So my heart just goes out to anybody who is homeless, who don't love themselves, because I know it's a reason. Nobody just not going to love themselves. They was not loved when they was a child. That is my take on it. So when you see people allowing people to treat them any kind of way in a marriage, and that can be a husband or wife. When you just when people in the marriage allow themselves to get dogged out, when some people allow them husbands just to cheat on them, some people allow their wives just to cheat on them, just so they can say they have a wife, just so they can say they have a man. No, you have to start loving yourself. Do not let no woman, no man disrespect you. But once you start showing yourself self-love, you won't let nobody disrespect you in a way that you should not be. Let me just say it. No, I said that wrong, y'all. Don't let nobody disrespect you. You have to respect yourself. And let me read some comments real quick. Let me see what somebody said. It's all good said, hello, Faye. This, that, and the third said, good. Late night. Sorry, didn't know you were on. It's okay. It's okay, because this is going to be part one anyway. Because it's a lot to say about people not loving themselves. And especially if you encounter somebody and people start talking to you about it. And so when people talk to me about that, my mind go back to, I can't believe it. That somebody as a child was not loved by a person in the house. My daddy, my mom, they showed us love. And I could not picture when that girl was telling me that her mom never told her, I love you. I just can't picture that, because my mom had 4 girls and she told us all the time, I love y'all. When we go to get dressed and go to school in elementary, little kids, go out the house, I love y'all. We love you too, mom. Give our mama a hug, give her a kiss. When this girl said that, it just did something to my spirit. And so I said, you know what? I just want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. So anybody who was treated that way as a kid, I can pray for you. Do not hold on to that. Start loving your children. Tell your children from day one, even when they're in your womb, how much you love them. Rub their stomach, talk to them, read to them. It just, well, I just truly think how my future going to be. I think I'm going to start going somewhere to shelters or talking to homeless people. I'm definitely going to start doing something where I can uplift people. I don't care if I can go walk around somewhere and just start reading scriptures. Just sit down with some people and just read some scriptures to them. It's just that I have to do more. And I want to do something where I'm not getting paid for it. I don't want to get paid to help uplift someone. I don't want to get paid to make somebody day. I don't want to get paid to read a scripture and sit down with somebody. So I think, before this year out, I think I'm finna put me into somebody else. I think I'm finna put some love so much love that I have for people. I really think I'm finna put this love into some people. I really do, because I see a lot of people who is not loving themselves. And you can tell people not loving themselves because they allow themselves, just like it's a show that I look at, and it was like this 600 pound, it's a show with people weighing 500 to 600 pounds. 500 to 600 pounds. It's like how you allow yourself to weigh 500 to 600 pounds. That's why I said people do not love themselves. You're not going to allow yourself to gain that much weight and still eat a lot of food. If you look at that show, these people eat so much, and knowing that they can't bathe themselves, knowing they can't get up and go to the bathroom, knowing they can't go walk through the door, knowing they stay in the house all day, every day. That's not loving yourself when you have to eat and eat and eat and can't do nothing for yourself. That's why I'm saying people need to love themselves. You have to love yourself. I mean, and the thing is, I also saw on that show that it's a family member and friends will bring people a whole bunch of chicken, cakes, donuts. You, a person who don't love themselves, the other person shouldn't encourage that. You know, they should say, hey, I'm just, if you want me to bring you this food, this kind of food, I'm not going to come over. I want to bring you a salad. I want to bake you some chicken. I want to do something to make you happy. You know, so looking at that show is very, very disturbing. And it's another show I looked at. It was called Hoarders. And I know some of these people have mental issues. I get it. I understand. I get it. Some people have mental issues. But at the end of the day, you have to have self-love. You have to have that. You know, so I don't know what y'all think about it, but, you know, I just had to come on here and just do a part one. You know, it's getting late, and I'm definitely going to do a part two, but I just want to read something before I leave because I don't want to just leave it like that. And y'all just, some people be like, well, I don't want to hear that. What way can I get better? Okay, I'm going to just read something to you all real quick. Okay, this is practical ways to love yourself. Acknowledge when you're struggling. Accept your imperfection. Give yourself compliments. Ask for help. Slow down and do less. Set boundaries. Give yourself lots of healthy treats. Journal your thoughts and feelings. Comfort yourself like a baby. These things that we need to do to love ourselves. And it's another 4 ways to practice self-love. Believe it or not, practice proper hygiene. And that's what I was saying about that man who got on the bus. That man who was homeless. He got on that bus and it was awful. And that's one of the ways that you can show yourself self-love if you practice proper hygiene. Practicing proper hygiene is one important aspect of self-love that is often difficult for those of us who struggle with depression. 2, eat for nutrition. Eating is one way in which we practice self-love. Proper nutrition is a necessary act of self-love that our body needs. 3, spend time doing things that make you happy. Find something that has made you laugh in the past. Just relax. Don't put pressure on yourself to instantly feel better. Just love yourself wherever you are. And 4, spend some time outdoors. You don't have to take a walk unless that's what you want to do. You can just sit outside and soak up the sun. So you all, if you feeling like you just don't love yourself, you been in a bad relationship, that husband or that wife told you something that just broke your heart, that have you just not practicing self-love, do some of these things that I'm reading to you all. Please do some of this stuff that I'm doing, reading to you all. How to love. Oh, I can't even read that because it's too small. Let me see something else. Okay, 7 ways to practice self-love. And this is a very important one that I'm about to read. Forgive your past and arrive in the now. So whatever happened to you in your past, don't dwell on that all the time. Some things, just remember, the things in the past, it's in the past. When it, just like if you driving a car, look forward in that windshield. Don't look back in that rearview mirror. That rearview mirror is about this big. And when you keep looking in that rearview mirror, you looking backwards in your past. You need to look at that big old, through that big windshield. You need to look forward. Don't look backwards. Because the things that were said to you, done to you, you cannot change it. No matter how upset you get, no matter how mad you get, no matter how depressed you get, no matter how many drugs you take, don't matter how much alcohol you drink, you cannot change what you did to yourself, what somebody else did to you, what somebody said to you, what you did to somebody else. You can't change it. You need to forgive yourself and forgive those who hurt you. And look through that windshield and not that little bit of rearview mirror looking at the past. Looking at the past is not going to change anything. It's just going to make you depressed and make you hate yourself and hate those who hurt you. That's all it's going to do. It's all good. Say amen and new life, new reaction. Hey, Akima says self-love is the best love. It is. It is. And it hurt my feelings, not my feelings. It hurt my heart to hear this other young lady talk about not being loved by her mom and was living in the house. She said as soon as she turned 17, she moved just for that reason. She moved out her mom's house because she didn't feel love. That is just sad to me. So anybody who's going through something like that, my heart truly go out to you all. And so that was number one. Forgive your past self and arrive in the now. So like I said, start looking through the windshield and not that rearview mirror. Because you can't change the past. There's nothing you can say or do. You can talk to people. It's good to get counseling to get it out you. Read the Bible. Read how much God loves you. Read how much, and you just have to forgive yourself and forgive somebody who hurt you. I promise you that. That's why I was trying to tell her. I was like, you probably need to talk to your mom because you're in your 30s and you still feeling this way. You still don't want to go to your mom's house, even though you do go. When you leave, y'all still don't hug each other. And you in your 30s, you got children. So I said, you know what? Maybe you need to just talk to her. Kathy, And it just, I'm like, God forbid something happened. God forbid if something happened to your mom. Even though I believe, and I'm finna say it, I'm finna just say what I have to say. I believe her mom was in the wrong. But still, even though her mom was in the wrong, God forbid something happened to her mom and they still have that unforgiveness. I believe she's going to end up being hurt by not forgiving her mom for how she was treated. That's what I believe. And then number two, acknowledge who you already are in what you have accomplished. So even if you graduate from high school, even if you got your own apartment and you had your first child, you went to college, acknowledge that who you are now. Don't dwell in the past. Don't even think about your past. The past is gone, especially if it was negative. Even if your past was negative, I don't care if you was a stripper. I don't care if you was laid up with men. I don't care if you was a man who was laid up with women and you decided to change your life. Don't let your past define your future. Don't let it do that. If you that person changed it and you got a whole crowd who know who you were back then, that's who you were. That is your past. Don't let nobody throw some negativity up in your past. Oh, look at him trying to change. Oh, look at her trying to change. Yes, I am. Tell them. Tell them, yes, you are. Yes, you did. And you make sure you keep your distance from that negative person. Because some people will keep you down even though you're trying to change. Some people will keep you down and want you to feel bad about yourself. Those are people you need to stay your distance from. If they're not for you, then they are against you. Find some new people to hang around with. Don't hang around people who dwelling on your past and you trying to forget it. It's all good say yes. Yeah, it's all good say you freed yourself when you forgive people who have hurt you. And yes, you do. That's why, and then that's why I say it's good to read your Bible, because the Bible wants to tell you to forgive people, not 7 times, but 77 times. You know, so that's how we just got to go by what the Bible say, because the Bible is not going to do anything to hurt us. The Bible is there to help us. And people say, child, they done did me so wrong, I ain't going to forgive them. I ain't going to forgive them. So those kind of people is stuck in their ways. And they only going to hurt themselves when they just constantly say they're not going to forgive somebody. They only hurting themselves. They're going to end up with high blood pressure. They're going to end up with an ulcer. They're going to end up damaging themselves. You know, they think just because they being selfish and don't want to forgive, they really think they hurting somebody else. No, you're not. You're really hurting yourself. You really hurting yourself. People start looking old because they so stressed out. And the thing is, the person who hurt them, and it could be somebody who divorced them and they didn't want to get divorced. That person probably done moved on with his wife, or she done moved on with her husband. They living happy, and these other people is still mad at that person because they moved on. People need to just stop, pray, forgive, and live. Stop, look at how you living, forgive, keep moving, and live life. Just continue to live life. And people just so stuck in their ways, they rather keep that mentality. Oh, I'm going to be stubborn. I ain't finna forgive that person. In a lot of instances, y'all got to understand, it's so much unforgiveness in this world. So much of unforgiveness in this world. And the person who is not forgiving that person is truly hurting themselves. They truly is hurting themselves and don't even know it. Don't even know it. So if y'all know some people like that, talk to them. And they think that's cool. Child, she's so stubborn. Girl, that's just how she is. That's just how he is. He's just stubborn. He ain't going to ask for forgiveness. And then you wonder why 20 years later, this person is sick in the hospital. This person done got depressed. This person done had a stroke. All this stuff leads to health issues. All these grudges people hold, all this unforgiveness people hold. Read the Bible. Google what happens when you hold all that negativity in, all that hatred. All that stuff damage your insides. When people have hatred, animosity, jealousy, fear, that's why they say all that stuff is not of God, because that stuff bring on sickness. And that is not loving yourself when you causing yourself to be sick. Oh, but y'all just don't know what happened to me. Y'all just don't know. Read your Bible. Pray. Pray. Things going to change. But you holding on to your past about what happened, what somebody did to you, ain't going to change who you are. You can be a better person if you let that go. Let that anger go. Hey, Jessica White. Hello, Kathy in chat. Jessica White say, hey, this, that, and the third. But yeah, so like I say, everybody been treated wrong by somebody. I don't care if it's by a blood relative. I don't care if it's by a husband, a wife. I don't care if it's by your children. I don't care if it's by your boss, your co-workers. Somebody been treated horribly. Some people probably say they've been treated so horribly that they do not want to forgive that person. Just because you don't want to do it, don't mean that you need to do it. That just because you don't want to do it, you should do it for yourself. For yourself. You have to start practicing self-love. When you start loving yourself, you're not going to worry what nobody say about you. You ain't going to worry about nobody calling you no names. You ain't going to worry about nobody bringing up your past. You ain't going to care what nobody says. If you have self-love, you ain't going to worry about what nobody say about you. You're not going to even be offended by it, even if it's true. Because you forgave yourself. You forgave that other person. That was the old you. You done turned into a beautiful butterfly. Beautiful butterfly. And that's how you have to look at yourself. Everybody who been through something is still holding on to that hatred, holding on to that envy, holding on to that jealousy, holding on to that unforgiveness. You're not going to blossom into the beautiful butterfly that you are inside unless you let go of that past. Let go of the past and watch how beautiful you're going to see yourself when you look in that mirror. Because if you're holding on to all that negativity, when you look in that mirror, you're going to be, oh, I'm mad at this person. That ain't going to show no self-love. Hatred for somebody else, when you look in that mirror, you're going to show what you feel when you look in that mirror. When you're doing your hair in the morning, if you feel a certain way about a person, that feeling is going to show in that mirror. You can look at a person and tell what's going on with the person. Have you ever looked at somebody and say, that person is sad? That person got some hate in their heart. That person got a jealous spirit. That person is feeling a little depressed right now. When I look into people's eyes, when you see people do this all the time, when you looking in their eyes and they always doing something like this, and you still look in their eyes and want them to give you some eye contact, and they do like this, and they look away. When you talking with me, I talk and I look in people's eyes. Just how I'm looking at myself in this camera, that's how I look at people. When I'm talking to people, I look at them like this. And if they keep doing like this, I say they spirit feel some type of way. Their spirit is not connected. And that's why I say I have a discernment. I feel people vibe. I feel people's spirit. I know when people don't like me, and they don't even have to say they don't like me. I know when people have love for me. I know when people have a jealous spirit towards me. I know. I see it. Because at the end of the day, I know that I love people. I know I don't envy no one, is jealous of no one. I know I'm a congratulator and not a hater. So when a person can't give me that full eye contact, when I'm looking them dead in their eyes and we talking, I catch the vibe. And I don't let them know. Because they spirit know. Just like in the Bible, when Jesus and I can't think of Mary and was it Jesus and John the Baptizer, and they was moving in each of their mom's belly, I believe so. But people know a vibe. People know vibes, and so that's why I say I literally can go in a crowd of people. And it could be 10 people in that crowd. I can tell how somebody look at me. If they do this and they can't look me in the eyes, I say their spirit ain't connected with mine. Why? And it's crazy. And so I don't know if you all have that kind of spirit where you just know a vibe. And when y'all, I'm just going to let y'all know something. People don't know too much about spirits. And nobody don't have to be scared about it, because if you got the Holy Spirit, spirits is nothing to be afraid of, because everybody should have a godly spirit or whatever kind of spirit. You know, when people do crazy stuff, that's not the flesh. It's the flesh doing it, but it's the spirit. That's why in the Bible, Jesus cast out spirits. So you can, like I say, if you get around some people and you just say to yourself, it's something about that person, it's something about that spirit that's not connecting. And if it's telling you to get away from that person, get away from that person. If it's telling you not to marry that person, don't marry that person. If it's telling you whatever, listen to your spirit. And when you see that thing back in the day on cartoons or on different shows, and they have the good angel and the devil on sitting on the shoulders, that is the spirits. They just do it like that so you all can see what they're talking about. But people have that for real. People have that discernment. People know people vibes. And it's so good to know people vibe. That way you won't be used and you won't be abused. You won't let nobody take advantage of you. You got to go by that first mind. Just remember this. The first thing going to come to your mind is always going to be the right thing. I say it again. If you got that godly spirit, the first thing going to come to your mind is doing the right thing. If you see somebody drop their wallet, the first thing going to say, it's going to be, give that person that wallet. But if you keep on thinking about it, like, shoot, it might be some money in there, I can use that. If you keep thinking about it instead of doing what your first mind said, you're going to get that wallet and take that money and don't give that man or woman that wallet. Always go by your first mind. Your first mind is definitely going to tell you the right thing to do. So people need to start practicing self-love, knowing who they are, knowing whose they are. And when you really know who you are, it's nothing that somebody say to you gonna bother you. Nothing. Somebody can call me something, even if it was true, I'll be like, oh well, shake it off. Shake it off. It is what it is. And that's why a lot of people get angry, because somebody tell them the truth about themselves. If it's the truth, just let it be the truth. It is what it is. Throw your hands up and say, you right. You right. So I'm hoping that what I'm saying, that people understand what I'm saying about loving yourself, really loving yourself. Because if you love yourself, you're going to take care of yourself. Because you know you need to live for yourself, you need to live for your children, you need to live for your family. And when people don't love themselves, they start drinking alcohol, doing drugs, just to block their mind for some things that happened to them in the past. But at the end of the day, when them drugs wear off, when that alcohol wear off, you're still going to have that same problem. That alcohol and drug is just temporary fix. Just a temporary fix. And a lot of people like to medicate themselves. A lot of people like to medicate themselves with medicines, drugs, and alcohol. So just start practicing self-love. Because at the end of the day, you have to be there and love your family. You have to love your family. But in order to love your family, you definitely got to start practicing self-love. You got to know what it is. Okay, I'm going to do just, it's almost, how long I've been here? 39 minutes. So on 45 minutes, I'm going to get ready to go to bed, because it's going to be close to 12 o'clock. And I have to get up early in the morning. So I'm just going to read. Let me finish reading this right here. I think I left off on number 3. Value yourself and your time. Set boundaries when you have to. So pretty much when they say value yourself and your time, you probably got that one person who always asking for a ride. That one person who probably always know when you off. That one person who always want to take advantage of some things. You know, so it say value your time and value yourself in your time. If you know that you want to do something, you probably say, you know what, I'm finna spend time by myself. I'm off. I'm finna embrace myself. I'm finna go for a walk. I'm finna just do something to myself. And somebody call you, oh, can you do this? Can you do this? And you be like, oh, but I was gonna do this for myself. Value yourself and value your time and say, I can't right now. I can't. I had plans. You don't gotta tell them your plans. I had plans. I don't care if it was to sit in your house all day and just relax and look at a good movie. Hey, I had plans. I can't do it. You know, because sometimes you can't be there to do something for everybody. You got to do some things for yourself. Take time out and value yourself and your time. You can't get that time back. That time going to keep on ticking, and you doing everything for everybody else, and you sitting back on the bike burner, and time just going by, tick, 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 tick. You doing something for everybody. So like number 3 said, value yourself and your time. Set boundaries when you have to. You're not being mean by telling somebody you can't do something for them right then and there. If you wasn't there, trust me, they'll be done found another way. They will definitely find another way. If they need a ride, what if you didn't have a car? Trust me, they would have found a way to get there. The bus, Uber, walking, taking a bicycle, calling somebody else. Don't let nobody put the guilt trick on you. Okay, number 4. Instead of putting yourself down, tell yourself about your good qualities daily. So don't put yourself down. If you lost your job, if you living with somebody at the time, or you didn't finish school, whatever that is that is causing you to put yourself down, you all know what it is. I know what it is when I used to put myself down. I know what it is. Whatever that thing is that you continue to put yourself down, tell yourself about your good qualities. I'm loving, I'm caring, I'm sharing. I help people. I know how to draw. I have good work ethic. You know, tell yourself something good. What rewards did you receive? You know, did you make somebody day? You know, tell yourself the good qualities daily. Look in the mirror and talk to yourself in a positive way. Okay, number 5, practice gratitude. I promise it will change your life. Practice gratitude. Be grateful. You can't be, let me say it. You can't be grateful if you're hateful. You cannot be grateful when you're hateful. Okay, so number 6, surround yourself with loving, supportive people. Let go of those that harm you. So if you got that family, if you got that friend, if you got that coworker who always say something smart when you come around, who always trying to belittle you, who always trying to shame you, who always make you feel uncomfortable about something they saying to others, I'm going to read it again. Surround yourself with loving, supportive people. Let go of those that harm you. Those people that hurt your feelings. That husband or wife that's abusive. Let go of that person. You do not deserve that. So you have to practice self-love. And it might be hard if you're in a relationship with somebody and you've been in that relationship so long with that person, you got kids with that person, you probably love that person, but you know that person not showing you love. That wife or that husband not coming home till 3 o'clock in the morning. And you accept him in the house when he come 4 o'clock in the morning, don't say nothing. Don't ask him what he was. Really, you don't have to ask where he was, because most likely the only things that open that time of night, as they say, is legs. So you all, this not showing yourself self-love if you allow somebody to treat you that kind of way. When you knowingly getting cheated on, when you knowingly knowing your husband or your wife cheating on you, a lot of us been through that before. When we know some stuff that's happening. So just be real careful and start showing yourself some love, because you deserve it. You deserve to show yourself some self-love, to take that me time out. Go to the beach. Walk in the sand. Number 7, stand up for what you deserve. Let people know when they overstepped a line. Be strong for you. Do this for you. Stand up for what you deserve. You deserve to be treated right. You deserve to be loved. You deserve everything that's good that's coming to you. You deserve that. I don't care if somebody called you some names. I don't care if the person who you supposed to love you call you horrible names as a child, as a teenager, as an adult. I don't care if they called you whatever. And if you believe that that's true, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. If what you believed, what that person said about you is true, forgive yourself. Don't believe a lie. Don't let nobody lie to you just because they say it over and over. If somebody continue to say something over and over to you, you'll start believing it. Shut it down. Set your boundaries. Know who you are and whose you are. Practice self-love. Give love. Spread love. Don't be indulging in everything that's not of you. You know that you of Christ. Be of Christ. When you look in that mirror, tell yourself something good about you. And if you don't believe it, keep saying it. You're going to eventually believe it. If somebody call you names, because you hear this a lot, people calling people ugly. You hear that a lot. When the Bible says you are wonderfully made, remind yourself of God's promises. Get yourself your Bible. Open that Bible up. When God say he is with you through everything, throw all your burdens upon him, that you are wonderfully made, to forgive others, that God say he going to give you abundance of, give you the desires of your heart. Remind yourself of what God said. Remind God of his promises. God, you said that you will be with me through thick and thin. You said for me to throw all my burdens upon you. Remind yourself of God's promises. God, you said by the stripes I am healed. Remind God of his promises. But in order to remind God of his promises, you have to know God's promises. In order to know God's promises, you need to pick up that Bible and read in the undertone day and night. I don't read in the undertone day and night like I should. I don't read my Bible every night. I read my Bible, but it ain't every night. I used to read it every night, and then when I stopped reading it, I started feeling bad. And I was like, Lord, I don't want to feel bad because I forgot 2 or 3 days to read my Bible. I don't want to feel that kind of way. And so I accept it's going to be days that I'm not going to read my Bible. I'm not going to put that on me that, oh, I got to read my Bible every night. Even though I should, though it's a lot of stuff I should be doing. It's a lot of stuff we should be doing, but don't. I'm not going to make myself feel like I used to feel that when I missed a day, I felt that I was under some condemnation because I forgot to read my Bible. And sometimes it's not that I forgot to read the Bible. It's just I be tired and I just don't read the Bible. But that don't make me a bad person. Jessica White said, hey, this, that, and the third. Laura said, hi, Kathy. Hi, how are you? Vanessa Egger said, hello, Kathy. Kelly girl, hello, Vanessa. How you doing? Lawanda said, hello, beautiful Miss Kathy. Love your content and channel. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. And Laura said, yep, fresh air and water refresh my mind. Thank you. That's what I want to do. And Christy Johnson said, I'm just tuning in. Well, I'm glad you all just tuning in because this is about us. You know, this message is about us. And just because I'm saying something about self-love, I have to, something can happen to make me upset, and I got to upset, and I have to remind myself, self-love, Kathy, self-love. You know, and I got to bring myself back in. I need to put that fishing rod out and reel myself back into my reality. You know, because some people can do stuff to piss you off. I don't care if it's at your job. So you could be like, came in a job, you came there with a positive attitude. And some people probably was going through something at home and they came in your surroundings and brought on something negative, said something negative, did something negative, and it'll mess up your vibe, but you'll have to shake it off. Hey, don't bring your energy over here. I'm good I'm good. Don't bring me out of my character because you pissed off with the world. You're pissed off with somebody who did something to you. And that's with everybody. If somebody come around your positivity, keep your distance away from that person. People will bring that negative energy around your positivity, and before you know it, you done gravitated to their negativity. Shake that stuff off. If you got that person who always coming to you with negativity, oh, I'm not feeling good today. Well, why can't you reverse it and say, today I will feel good. Today I'm going to make myself feel good. A lot of people, all you have to do is change the cons to pros. That's all you have to do. Change that negative to positive. That's all you have to do. Don't keep telling yourself, oh, I'm so tired. I'm so sick. I don't feel good. Take medicine. Say, I will feel better. When Quincy wasn't feeling well, as soon as he told me that he wasn't feeling well, I said, okay, let me go make you some tea, honey, and lemon. Because I said, you're going to feel better. He had a pimple on his nose. And he could have kept saying, oh, this pimple on my nose. Oh, this pimple on my nose. He didn't say that. I said, Quincy, let's go to Walmart and let's get you something to cover up that. And we put some type of medication little thing on his nose. And he's healing. We ain't finna keep talking about no negativity. We're going to change it. We're going to do something about it. We're going to do something about it. We're going to change that negative into positive. And I'm telling you all, you have to practice self-love. Self-love going to keep you young. Self-love is going to keep you healthy. Because I'm telling you, people walking around with that envy, hate, jealousy, all them different spirits, those spirits live within you. All that stuff live within you. All them different spirits people have, that spirit don't live on the outside of you. That spirit live in the inside of you. And that's why when you talking to somebody, you talking to giving them direct eye contact, and they don't look at you in your eyes, and they keep looking, when you talking to them, you look in their eyes, and they looking like this, you guys got to practice this. You all got to do this. When you talk, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's your children. I don't care if you're a family member. I don't care if it's a friend. I don't care if it's your spouse. I don't care if it's your co-workers. I don't care if it's a stranger. I don't care if it's a cashier. You start talking to that person, looking directly in that person's eyes. If that person cannot give you that same eye contact, something ain't right. I'm telling you, I don't care who it is, you should be able to have a conversation just like I'm looking at myself on the screen. That's how you can supposed to look at somebody. When you talk to somebody, you don't talk to nobody like this. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Look at them for 2 seconds and you turn around. Why you talking to somebody this way? Why you talking to somebody up there? Why you talking to somebody down there? Why you talking to somebody over there? You supposed to conversate eye to eye contact. And when people can't do that, something is going on. It's not that they shy. No. Because even this person can still be shy and still give you eye to eye contact. Something is going on with that person. Because even a shy person ain't going to say, yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, you right. Oh, how you right. I get it. I understand. Yeah, I get it. That don't even look right. That shouldn't even sit right in your spirit. If you talking to somebody and they keep looking away and can't give you no eye contact. So I'm telling you guys, y'all practice self-love. When you start practicing self-love, you're going to start building up this confidence in you. You're going to start loving yourself. You're going to start getting treated better. You're going to start speaking up about certain things. When somebody do you wrong, you say, hold up. You would not talk to me like that. You know, because there's some people probably let a bully talk to them like this. And sometimes it's the bullies in the family. A bully can be your brother or your sister. A bully can really be a parent as well. A bully can be your grandmother, your grandfather, your cousins, a friend. Believe it or not, a bully can be your friend. When you come around, girl, sit down. You talk too much. No, you don't let no adult talk to you like that. And these are people who you can go out with. People who you surround yourself. I'm finna go to my friend's house, and then you get over your friend's house. Girl, shut up. Excuse me? That's what it say. You got to stand up for yourself. You have to stand up. Don't let nobody talk to you and they supposed to be your friend. Some people have friends and will let them friends dog them out. Talk to them any kind of way. And hang with that person. Cool with that person, but let somebody treat them like a little child. Some people would let their brothers or sister treat them like a child, and they grown. They'll come around their family and embarrass them. Girl, look at how she dressed. Look at her hair. To a brother or sister or a friend who do that, they not your friend. People who do that don't really love you. If a person loves you, they want to tell you, girl, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. If people say that to their friends, and that it can be a man, it can be two men. Some men will disrespect their other so-called friend, but not really a friend, but they'll say they friends. So let me read this one again to y'all. Stand up for what you deserve. Let people know when they overstepped a line. Be strong for you. So for anybody who call themselves love you, a friend of yours, don't let them talk to you any kind of way. Because you're not showing yourself no self-love. Because people going to be like, ooh, you heard what he or she said to her? She grown and she letting him or her talk to them like that. Don't let nobody belittle you. And if you feel like you have to walk on eggshells around a family, around your spouse, around your children, around your mother, something ain't right. Some type of spirits ain't connecting. So I'm telling you all, you got to have self-love. Even if you got to say, you know what, I don't like how you talk to me. Keep your distance. Tell that person straight up, I can't be around you. You disrespect me. Let people know, stand your ground. You got to stand for something or you will fall for anything. If you can't stand up for yourself, how could you stand up for somebody else? Because if you don't stand up for yourself, you'll let somebody disrespect your children. You'll let somebody disrespect your family. All because you don't have self-love for yourself and don't know how to stand up for yourself and tell somebody that they wrong for talking to you a certain way. I don't care if you hung around a friend for 20, 40, 10 years. I don't care. If somebody belittle you all the time when you go around them, shame you in front of y'all friends, your family. If you got that husband or that wife who get around family and friends and belittle you, say something to disrespect you, to make your head, for you to hold your head down, put your head up and tell that person in a stern way, you would not disrespect me like this. You have to talk to people that way because you got to start showing yourself self-love. You deserve it. Love who you are and whose you are. And if you don't love who you are and whose you are, you're going to keep being letting people disrespect you. You're going to keep disrespecting yourself by letting them disrespect you. So like I said, show yourself self-love. Go somewhere and buy yourself something. If you don't normally do something for yourself, go get your hair done. But me, I don't get my hair done because I practice self-love. I see my wisdom coming around. I'm not dyeing my hair. I'm almost 51 years old in October. I never dyed my hair. I don't care that I'm getting gray hair. I'm 50, almost 51. You think I got gray hair. I'm finna cover this. For what? This supposed to happen. I'm getting older. I don't care if I'm embracing my gray. I'm embracing this gray, this silver coming. I don't care about that. I'm not hiding it. And if I ever was to do it, dye my hair, it wouldn't be because I don't want nobody to see it. It's because hey, I want to see a change. That's why I do it. I wouldn't dare dye my hair because, he or she going to see my gray hair. I can care less. I can care less. So if whatever you do, make sure you're doing it for you. When you losing weight, make sure you losing weight for yourself first. Lose weight for you. If you that person who say, I gotta lose weight because I know my husband or my wife gonna feel some type of way. No, you got to do it for yourself. You got to do it for yourself. You have to. Anything you do, I don't care what nobody say. You can say your children all you want to. I'm doing whatever I'm doing good for my children. You have to do it for yourself first and then for your children. You have to do it for yourself first. You got to put yourself as a priority sometimes. Some people don't put themselves as a priority. Some people put themselves on the back burner. I'm guilty. Sometimes I put myself on the back burner. I get my kids stuff before I get myself something. And it is what it is. But when I started doing, these flowers done got all... I ain't going to show these flowers. I'm just trying to bring them back to life. I'm trying to have a green thumb. But there's so much stuff I try to do for myself now. Buy myself these flowers. Eating healthier. Loving on myself. Telling myself I'm beautiful, but not in a cocky way. Telling myself I'm beautiful to be 50 in a humble way. You have to say that to yourself. And if you don't say that to yourself, then guess what? Somebody else going to call you something negative and you're going to believe what they say. Pump yourself up. It's okay. Just don't be cocky with it. When you start being cocky, then your vibe ain't going to be right. You can say, I'm beautiful. You can say that to yourself. It's okay. You're not being cocky. But when you say, I know I look better than this other person, that's going a little too far. That's going a little too far. You got to be humble with it. Humble with it. You could tell a person who not humble because they always think they are better than somebody else. And when you start putting yourself on a pedestal, trying to compete with other people, that's where you're going to go wrong. You can't keep up with the Joneses. Keep up with you. If you that person who have a beer budget and trying to live a champagne life, it ain't going to turn out good for you. It ain't going to turn out good for you. Be who you are. Be who you are. I love myself. I love the bags on my eyes because that's me, a part of me. I love this fold up ear because that's me. I love the way I talk because that's me. I love me. That nice size forehead, I love me because it's mine. I can't change that. So I might as well embrace it. I'm embracing my imperfections. I'm embracing it. Nobody can say, ooh, she got bags on her eye. Guess what? I know it and I love it. Ooh, her ear fold up at the top. I know it's my body. I see it. I know I love it. Ooh, she got a nice size forehead. I look in the mirror every day. I love it. Love yourself. Love yourself. If some things that you can change and you want to change it, it's okay. I show my stomach when I used to exercise. I show that big stomach. I showed that I gained weight. It is what it is. I can't pronounce his name. Something Sue Squid, whatever that name is, Black House. I'm sorry if I slaughtered your name. SUEZQ. I can't pronounce that. But Black House. When you're right, I'm with you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope everybody else understand what this message is all about. Sometimes we need a refresher. You know, anything I put on this channel is to remind myself. I ain't saying that I don't get mad, upset, angry, but one thing I would not ever do is be jealous, have envy of someone. The type of person I am, I love to see people happy. I'm telling you, any day that I don't have to go to work, I look at game shows. I look at 10 o'clock, I look at Let's Make a Deal. I look at Price is Right. At nighttime, I look at Family Feud, Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy. When I see people winning cars, winning trips, and I see how happy they is on these shows, jumping for joy when they done won that car, that does something to my spirit. That they joy bring me joy. Because I love to see laughter. I love to see happiness. I love to see people embracing one another. I love to hear people who is happily married. I love positivity. That does something. If you ever heard of something about laughter, laughter is good for the spirit. When you see people laughing, people gravitate and start laughing too, and they don't even know what they're laughing about. Just like it's just contagious, just like a yarn. You could be on a bus. You could be in the mall. You could be just sitting around at the table. You see somebody yarn, you're going to yarn too. And that's just how laughter is. You're going to laugh. That's just how positivity is. If you're around positive people, you're going to end up being positive. That's how it is. The law of attraction. The law of attraction. Google it. Listen how that man talk. Listen. What you surround yourself around, that's how you're going to become. Bad association spoils youthful habits. So if you keep hanging around people who is not like you, you're going to end up being like that person. And I'm telling you, that's why, believe it or not, I want to learn how to sew so bad. I want to learn how to use a sewing machine so bad. I want to learn how to sew. In order to do that, I have to go to the YMCA. I Google classes where I could be taught how to sew. So like I say, I got a lot of things that I don't know how to do, and I got a lot of things I do know how to do. I know how to make the custom jewelry. These earrings that I have on, I made these earrings. I know how to make necklaces. I know how to make bracelets. I know how to make whatever it is. Custom jewelry. I know how to make a lot of stuff, and I'm going to get back into it. I'm definitely going to get back into it. I done made so much of jewelry. I used to sell my jewelry at the wagon wheel flea market, and when we used to rent a vendor, I used to pay $20 to be a vendor at whatever this place this lady used to have us to. We give her $20, and she said, "Okay, I'm gonna have an event. You guys put up your little tent, and you pay me $20, and you can put up your little, umbrella, whatever it is." And I sold my jewelry. That's why I say it's a lot of things that people on these YouTubes can do that's positive. It's a lot of wonderful women on here that's not showing their talent. And I say, change is going to come. I believe change is going to come. Somebody going to come on here and start showing us the things that they know how to do. As women, we have to love ourselves and want change to come. We have to want that. Positivity TV with India. Hey, India, how are you? India said, Amen. Yes. Amen, amen again. And like I said, it's nothing like self-love. And that's why I can be by myself. Me, myself, and some people cannot be by themselves. Some people cannot be behind closed doors inside their home. I'm telling you that. I heard some women say, I gotta be out doing something. I can't be in the house by myself. I gotta be out doing something. People some people can't be in a quiet place because whatever's going on in their head, that keep bouncing in and out their minds. So you see people always looking at TV. You see people always listen to the music. You always see people around people. I'm telling you, people have to learn to sit down and meditate. Some people need to sit down and meditate. I don't care if you're sitting in Indian style. I don't care if you're sitting in your closet, if you got a big closet. I don't care if you're laying down, just laying down and relax with your eyes closed and turn off the TV, turn off the ceiling fan, and just be quiet and just sit there and just watch all the stuff that comes through your head, the things that you wanted to do. That stuff, God going to bring that desire back into your head to, hey, just like I say, I want to sew, I want to learn how to sew. So sometimes people need to take that hour. Some people just need to know how to sit down and be quiet. Sit down and go to a quiet place. If you don't have kids, sit in that quiet place. If you do have kids, have the kids go outside, have the kids do something, have somebody take your child for just like an hour, 2 hours, and you just sit there, lay in that sofa, lay back, close your eyes, and just be quiet. Pray. Ask for prayer. If you that person who don't have any goals, make a vision board. Make a vision board. If you that person who just don't know what to do with your life, do short-term and long-term goals. I just told the guy at my job today, I just told him, I've been saying this for the longest. I've been saying this for the longest. I'm 50 years old. I still want to buy me a house. So I just told them whether, and I'm going to believe this. I said by the end of 2023, I want to see if I can get me buy a house. I'm paying $1,500 for rent in Florida. And people say, well, people pay almost $3,000, $2,000. I'm not talking about New York. I'm not talking about up north. I'm talking about down south. For your rent in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment, for that rent to be $1,500, that's a lot of money when you could be putting that money towards a home. So that's why I say I'm going to get in my quiet place. I'm finna meditate. I'm finna let the Holy Spirit speak to me. I'm finna talk to God as He's sitting right next to me and tell Him the desires of my heart. I'm going to write. I already got a vision board, but now I want to write a short-term, long-term goals and make it happen. My older sister, I can't tell everything that she had on her vision board, not on her vision board, but what she had written out, I kid you not. When I went to her bathroom, it's sitting right on the wall. right in front of the toilet. So the people who come to our house, they gonna read it, and she read it. I said, Sean, why you got this right there? And I was young. I got her. She got me by 4 years. My older sister, she got me by 4 years. I'm 50. I think she 54, whatever. And she said because every time I go to the bathroom, I want to be reminded of what I want. This is my sister said she want to be married to somebody, get married. She want a nice size house. She want a whole bunch of positive stuff because she's into God. And I said, why you did that? And she said, because the Bible say, write your what you want and write it plain. So she wrote plainly what she want. Within a couple of years, she was married to her husband. He's one of the head people in the Navy. Ran the Navy ship, was in the Navy for years, even before he married my sister. He was in the Navy. Now they got a 3-story house. And I remember I was like, and then she the type of girl, she the type of sister. She took us to the Infinity on US 19, the Infinity place. She said, and she was with my mama. My mama, if I was to put my mom on here, my mom would tell you. I said, we said, Sean, where you going? She rolled her car into the Infinity place and she sat in that car. She said, come on. I said, girl, I ain't finna sit in that car. She said, girl, come on. Let's sit in the car. We sat in the car. Then she took us in a rich neighborhood, and she put her hand on the house and she started talking. She said, I'm going to have a house like this. My sister got a house way bigger than the house that she laid hands on. My sister, when we went to the pier, that I'm telling this is how my sister is. We went to the pier and she told me to roll up my pants. So I rolled up my leg of my pants and she had us to walk in the water. She had us to walk. She said, walk in the water and start saying, Jesus, Jesus. I said, girl, I ain't going to do that because people was out there. I ain't want people to think I was crazy. But she the type who do stuff like that. She walked out there and she was like, Jesus, Jesus. And I was like, Jesus, Jesus. She said, say it loud. I'm like, Jesus, Jesus. I felt some type of way because I wasn't used to doing that kind of stuff. But my sister, my older sister, she's into, I love the Lord too. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love the Lord, but she that type who just, my older sister who taught me a lot. My sister taught me a lot. And I'm telling you, if y'all was to ever meet her, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. You will see the type of person she is. It's just so spiritual. Just so, the pictures that her and her husband take, they take pictures with her hand on top of his, on top of a Bible. It's just like, I just love my sister because she is so positive. So positive. If y'all was to meet her, I'm telling you, you all would gravitate to her. Gravitate to her. I'm telling you. The stuff that you all see that I look at sometime on YouTube, she would not even look at this stuff. She would like, she would not allow this YouTube stuff to even, she would entertain it. She wouldn't. And I know I probably shouldn't too, Lord, forgive me in the name of Jesus. But, I do it. And I pray, ask for change, but y'all, I've been on here for an hour and 18 minutes. And like I said, this is part 1 because I still believe that I want my channel to be embraced by people who embracing me, who love Kathy. I know my name on here is Brown Tan Johnson, but I want people to love me for who I am. When people come on these and see my name or come on here say, I just want a different channel. I just want a different channel. I want just positive people to come on my channel. I just pray to God, just positive people who got that positivity in them. I want them to gravitate to my channel. That's what I want. Anything that's negative, I don't want it on my channel. I really don't. I just want positivity. I want people to encourage me, how I encourage others. I want people to encourage me to do better. Kathy, you said you want this house, girl, you got it. That's how my sister is. My sister, she brings life into your spirit. My sister, that type who will bring life into your spirit. And my sister, I'm telling you, when something was going on with one of my relationships, when I was younger, I used to always come to her, Sean this, Sean, he did this to me, Sean, he said this to me. And she was like, leave. I ain't even feel lie. She told me to leave. And I didn't. I kept coming to her with that. My older sister told me this, and I'm the youngest one. She said, Kathy, if you keep telling me something about this person and you don't do nothing about it, stop coming to me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She told me that. She told me that. And I was shocked when she told me that. Because I was looking like, you my sister. You somebody, you the one who I supposed to go to. She said, I told you to leave. You choosing to stay. You choosing to stay. And so when I looked at Joyce Meyer's show one day, it was what was the topic? It was Joyce Meyer's, and it was saying something about goodness. I'm gonna think of it. I'm gonna think of it tomorrow. I'm definitely want it's something. What Joyce Myers told me when you telling. I can't think of it, y'all, but I'm gonna tell y'all tomorrow. Cause I will figure it out. When you telling people everything that's bad happening in your life, you is bringing something to that person. I can't think of it. I can't think of it right now, y'all. But y'all know, y'all know tomorrow what I was saying. Rosalind said, I appreciate you, Kathy. You always have a good word. I try to, and the reason I try to have a good word is because people need it. I need it. I need it. I can hang around a positive person all day. I don't care if we just go to the beach and walk. I don't care if we just talk about the Lord. I don't care if you talk to me about how good your day was. I don't care if you talk to me about all the blessing or all the good things. I don't care if you talk to me about how wonderful your children are. I can hang around a person, but that negative stuff, hang around a negative person, a person who disrespect, I got to go. When I walk in my house, this is my peace. That's why me and Quincy and none of my children, when I tell you none of my children, Katina, Jabari, Quincy, my three children, when I say never disrespected me, never raised their voice to me, I would tell you what that, and God, knowing that God looking down at me, and knowing I could be judged if I lie, I could tell you my kids never disrespected me. If they wanted to say something, they didn't let me know. They didn't say it where I can hear. I ain't going to say they didn't go in the room and, oh, my mama make me sick. I ain't saying they didn't do that because I don't know. But they never disrespected me. Never raised their voice at me. Ever. And that's why the relationship I have with my children, it's a beautiful relationship. It's a beautiful thing. When people see how I embrace this is real life. I think I showed y'all this the other day. These smiles is real. The smile on my children's face is real. I showed my kids love. Showed them love. All they smiles is real smile, nothing fake. And that's how I am. My kids, when I tell you these three, she right now is 30, her birthday is September the 6th. She'll be 32. Quincy is 15 and Jabari is 22. Never did my children disrespect me by raising their voice at me, ever. Ever. And so, like I say, I try to teach my kids self-love. I ain't going to say my kids perfect because they not. They not perfect at all. but respectable. They respectable. Quincy, we can go somewhere. He will open that door for me. He'll open that door for a stranger. If we open a woman, and he'll even open that door for a man. He will stand there and open that door and let people walk through, and he'll go in there last. When we go to the grocery store, Quincy get them bags. It be so many bags. I say, Quincy, I got it. I say, no, Quincy, let me get a couple. It be a lot of bags. He try to get every bag if he can. That's why I said, Quincy, you're going to make somebody a good wife, because this young man treat me like a son supposed to treat their mom. And so, like I say, I try to tell my kids about self-love, cleaning the house. Just because Quincy, the dishes need to be done. Quincy, clean up that bathroom. Because at the end of the day, they not going to be in my house they not going to be living here all the time. When my daughter left, she left on her own. Because if my kids wanted to stay with me, I wouldn't mind. But my daughter left on her own. My son left on his own. They wanted to fly their wings. It ain't like they want to get away from me, because I was a loving mom. So I instilled that in my children. Self-love. Love yourself. Learn to clean up your house that you live in, because one day you're going to move out, and who's going to clean that house up for you? Who's going to wash your clothes? Who's going to iron your clothes? Who's going to wash them dishes? Who's going to teach you how to cook? So Quincy know how to cook steak. Quincy know how to cook burgers. Quincy know how to cook. He probably don't know how to cook llama beans, because that takes so long. But hey, before he leave the house, he going to learn, because he like to eat them. So if he like to eat them, he got to know how to cook them. So he's only 15 years old, and I'm teaching my son. I'm teaching my son how to do what he have to do. I'm teaching my kids work ethic. So my daughter saw my work ethic, and she worked different than me, because she have a salon. She got her own business. So I instill self-love where my kids don't have to depend on nobody else to love them first. Love yourself first, and all that other stuff going to come to you. Where I left off, Rosalind said, your positivity is what I like about you. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's so much easy. It's so easy to me. I can't speak for somebody else, because some people just different. So me being loving, I like that about me. I like when I go to work and I see the people with dementia, Alzheimer's, the old people. I embrace them. That's why I think I've been at my job for so long, 9 years. Because when I go into my job, they be like, hey, Kathy. And I had like, hey, Miss So-and-so, hey, Miss So-and-so. I hug them. I tell them how beautiful they are. Because they are seniors, are elderly people. And I love them. Like, literally, I love these residents. And so, I try, like I say, so to me, it's so easy to be positive instead of negative. I used to work with this woman, and I kid you all not. Let me see what Riley said. It's all good. Say, yes, Kathy, I love peace. Oh, it's so much better. I'm telling you, I'm peace. If you look around my house, I'm just going to show y'all my living room. I'm telling you, this stuff it's nothing but positivity. I'm just going to read some stuff. This say believe and achieve. This said faith, hope, clarity. This says a mother, love is forever. This said give thanks to thee. And this says count your many blessings. This says trust in the Lord with all your heart. Proverbs 3:5. This say enjoy the little things in life, for someday you will realize they were the big blessing. This says Romans 15:13. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace, and you trust in him so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. This there up there it say today is a new day. You can start fresh, wipe the slate clean, begin again. Today you can embrace kindness, practice compassion, stand for justice, be brave, ask for help, make it, listen with your heart, happen. Work for the common good, start now, be the change you wish to see in the world. Well, I can't show y'all where I work at. But I can't show y'all where I work at. But it say tough times don't last long. Okay, tough times don't last. Tough teams do. Kathy Johnson, thank you for your untiring efforts, dedication, and commitment. December 2022 for outstanding service during the CV-19 pandemic. They gave me that award from my job, all the managers. And this says, good vibes, welcome. This says, imagine your dream, create your happiness, live your life. This say, my greatest blessings, call me mom. This says, hello, sweet cheeks. I got a lot of positive. I love positive stuff. My house is full with positive stuff. It say, enjoy this day. Be present. Show gratitude with intentions. Be fearless. Try new things. This says, house rules. Hug often. Be nice. Play fair. Help each other. Use your manners. Do your best. Forgive quickly. Respect others. Be yourself. Never give up. This says family rules. Keep your promises. Share. Think of others before yourself. Say I love you. Listen to your parents. Do your best. Say please and thank you. Always tell the truth. Laugh at yourself. Hugs often. Use kind words. Love each other. And this say wake up smiling. Amaze yourself, take chances, be optimistic, embrace change, be bold, amaze yourself, take chances, live your life with abandon, that's abandoned. This is your time, you only live once. And this picture is right here is what my daughter drew in high school. She drew that picture in high school. It had a little outlining on it. And this right here just have the word love. This right here just a laugh. I'm sorry. This right here have the word laugh. And this is my little monkey that I got hanging up right here. And this says dream as if there's no tomorrow. And this here it says I am the, what it say? I am the, what it say? I can't even see that. I am the what? I can't see that. I am the truth. I don't want to know what this say. I'm sorry. I got to see what this say. It say I am the resurrection and the life. That's what it says. I told you I got a lot of positivity stuff in my house. That's who I am. Right on my refrigerator, it has vibes speak louder than words. And this says, have a joyful heart. I have this stuff all surrounding my house. I love stuff like this. Love it. It says, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. That says hope. Be the eyes of the Lord are on those who fear him, on those who hope is in his unfailing love. This says, in dreams and in love, there are no impossibilities. And this say love. Love is patient, love is kind, love is, what I say? Love always protect, always trust, always hope, always preserve. Love never fails. This says hope. There's some little words in there too. Hope, great hope comes from faith in God. And this faith here says faith is being sure of what you hope for. And this right here say thankful and blessed. And this right here say be still and know that I am God. And this says the best and most wonderful things in this world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. And this says life is not measured by the breath you take, but by the moments that take your breath away. So like I said, with me, I love all this positive stuff. Anything positive, I love. So that's why I try to tell everybody, my whole kitchen, dining room, I love lemons. If y'all see all this lemon, I love lemons, y'all. I love my kitchen is full of lemons. That's my name, my Kathy, all this stuff with lemon, even this lemon bag. I love lemons. Lemons everywhere in my house. My sister gave me that lemon thing right here. I got lemons and pears. Everything is lemons. I got a lemon wreath. All this stuff full of lemons. This lemon thing right here, everything is full of lemons. Lemons. I love lemons. I love my peach and green, yellow and green kitchen. Everything lemon. When I tell you, lemon and pears, green and yellow. Everything. This is my, I don't even wear this right here. That's my apron. Lemons. All these right here, lemons. I got this from Burlington. Did I get it from Burlington? Yeah, I got this from Burlington. Lemons. This lemons. When life gets sour, sweeten it up with gratitude. Lemons. Sweet lemons, farm and market. Fresh and juicy, local farm produce. Yeah, so I just had to show y'all some little things. I wanted y'all to see who I am and what I represent. So that's the reason I showed y'all some stuff in my house, to show y'all who I am. That is who I am. So when I come on here, this is for real. This is the real me. This ain't no pretense. When people come to my house, they feel warmth. They feel cozy. You know, my house not too big. This house ain't too big. But I'm telling y'all, when I move in the house, not this apartment, my house feel warm. Not just warm. It feel warm, as in loved. You know, there's a lot of love in this house. That's why it's peaceful in this house. My house is peaceful. It's just who I am. So that's when y'all say that y'all appreciate my positivity. That's who I am. It shows throughout my whole house. Pictures of my kids. Picture of me and my children when they was little. You know what I'm saying? So I hope everybody got a good message out of this content today. And I'm going to read some comments, and I'm going to go to sleep, and I'm going to let y'all go to sleep. Well, I ain't going to say let y'all go to sleep. I'm going to sleep. So y'all can do what y'all have to do. Okay, where I left off at. It's all good. Say yes, Kathy. I love peace. Okay, I read that one. Yeah, it's nothing like peace and happiness in the fruit of the spirit. Rosalind said, "No more drama in my life." You better believe it. I know that's right. You ain't never lied, Rosalind. You bet not. Ah, man, that drama ain't gonna do nothing but brain stress, and you gonna end up feeling some type of way. Get that drama up out your life. No more drama in who voice? Mary J. Blige's voice. Roger say, I work in hospice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, hospice. Yeah, my dad, I appreciate what you do, because my dad, he passed away in hospice. Yeah, he passed away in hospice. And they really took care of him because he had 3 strokes. And that last one, it went to his brain. And he was unresponsive. And you all, he went in peace. He definitely went in peace. So I thank you all, Rosalind. I really do thank you for how y'all how hospice took care of my dad and made him go in peace. 33 years in hospice. It's faith and compassion. It's definitely compassion. I'm telling you, when my dad passed away, if I was to show y'all a picture, one day I'm gonna show y'all a picture, but I can't show it because my dad, he was in the bed passing away, so I don't want to show that part. So I'm just going to tell y'all, when my daddy passed, they allowed all my family in there. When I tell you, it was over 20 people in there when my dad took his last breath. When he took his last breath, he had family who was holding his hand. The nurse came up in there and told us that it was about that time. So they told us to call whoever wanted to be there. We called out, y'all better get here, y'all better get here. My dad passed, hospice, y'all was amazing. The people who worked in there was amazing. When I tell y'all, oh my goodness, I thank you, Rosalind. I thank you for what you do. That's what I will say. I thank you for what y'all did for my father. Faith, Rosalind said, faith and dedication is key to a promising life. You better believe it. And with that being said, since it ended up talking about hospital, and that's how my father passed away. So I'm gonna end this since we talk about hospice with my dad. So with that being said, everybody, I love you. Thanks everybody for coming to my live. I appreciate you all so very much. Continue. If you have not subscribed to my channel, if you want to, could you please subscribe to the channel? Share the video, because that's how I'm going to get out there. That's how people are going to see my video. So if all the people who was on here hit share, then the people who look at it, they might hit share. And my videos can start going around helping people. So definitely you can leave a comment if you want to in the replay. But thank y'all for all y'all comments right here. And definitely hit the like button. I appreciate y'all so much. I love talking to you all. I truly do. Thank you all so much again for being so supportive on my channel. I appreciate that. I can do this every day, all day. I can do this right here, this right here, this right here. I can do this because after I get off, I can sleep very well at night, knowing that I said something that probably touches some people, and knowing that I'm seeing these comments that is touching my heart, that y'all was watching my video. And again, thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful night. I love you all. With that being said, everybody, peace.